Alright, guys, I've put it off long enough. You guys showed that you guys were interested, or at least some of you showed you were interested in the Doom Eternal. Maybe you guys were just interested in us discussing our hopes and fears for, Doom the Dark Ages when it eventually comes out. Maybe the algorithm just shipped a couple of you guys this way to tune in on the Doom the Dark Ages conversation we were having and how we were looking forward to that. Maybe you guys were, we like, oh, Doom Eternal, you say. Maybe I'll watch someone play it, a new Doom Eternal playthrough. I don't know what you guys might have been interested in, but we are jumping in with a playthrough of Doom Eternal. And then we're going to do Doom Eternal, the Ancient Gods. Or I think, is it called the Ancient Gods? I think it's the DLC for Doom Eternal afterwards. We're going to set a couple rules first. One, we are playing for fun. As you can see, I have most of the collectibles on all the different levels. We've done this already. We're not starting a brand new save. We're not here for a challenge. We're here to have fun with the game, enjoy the scenery, and enjoy some of the lore that the game might present, and maybe give some, feedback on what the game does good and what the game doesn't do good, and what I hope happens in Doom: The Dark Ages. So we're gonna jump into it again and just run the next level in the campaign. Exultia. To put an end to the demonic corruption of Earth, the Hell Priest must be eliminated following the death of Nilox. The remaining 2 Hell Priests have gone missing. You must return to Exultia, Forsaken City of the Sentinel Pass, to acquire the device necessary to locate the remaining priests and savers. That's all the lore and context you get as to what you're doing. There might be little tidbits here and there. I wish Doom was more considerate about giving us... Crap, how do we switch guns again? I wish Doom was a little bit more considerate about... I know a lot of the hardcore fan base is, not wanting a lot of, story elements in their Doom games, but I prefer story. I'm not sure when we decided to play Doom for just the gameplay, because Doom can be more than just raw gameplay and nothing else. We can have... good story along with Doom, but for whatever reason, this game, people really don't want there to be a good story. And, Doom is not about story, it's not about dialogue, it's not about any of that crap. It's about a guy with a shotgun killing demons. And, yes, I get that, but there could be story behind that too, right? Can there not? But, I might be in the minority. That might be a hot take. They're like, I don't play Doom for the story, I play Doom for the gameplay. I was like, well, you can play it for the gameplay, and there can also be a story. It doesn't have to just be no story at all. Oh. The one thing I do wish about future Doom games is that maybe they slow down the combat ever so slightly. The art asset creators went out of their way to make the universe look really pretty, and it's kind of hard to appreciate it when you're constantly killing stuff so quickly. I wouldn't mind playing the game ever so slightly slower, just to get more of a feel for the universe. It would be nice to go a little bit slower, breathe in some of the scenery and some of the set pieces a little bit better, and to appreciate the models a little bit better. I know that's heretical to some people. Like, oh, I don't want to. No way, we're not playing Doom that slow. I was like, okay, fine, whatever. We can turn off the laser. Climbing into the city to find more stuff about the Hell Priest. Alright, that set piece is done and over with. Being able to cut them in half with this, like, super blade. Charge this up. Ballista. We cut the spider mastermind thing in half. We already have all the secrets here. Kill burning demons to drop the most armor. And we climb up. Following this ghost dog through here, and we're looking for more information on the Hell Priest. Puzzle solving, don't want to make it too complicated. I think that was full everything, or full health and armor. There we go, we've reached the inner sanctum. And again, for whatever reason, everyone is telling the Doomslayer that he shouldn't save humanity. He's going against everyone's wishes, even like the order he used to serve to save humanity. But it's not really explained why. I mean, I guess he's a hero, and that's just what heroes do. But again, more of an explanation would be nice. Okay, Novik. I hope in the next game it covers a lot more of the Doomslayer's past and kind of shows off who these ancient people are. We're here for a sentinel battery, or I guess it's a locator beacon to help us find the next Hell Priests. Take them down, and the invasion of Earth slows.
You cannot kill the priests. You know our laws. Despite their transgressions against the Covenant, they are still of Sentinel blood.
Seems like a technicality.
What you interfere with now is bigger than you can imagine. It is written. It is their time to give penance. If you continue, you will bring down the heavens' wrath. You are but one man. They are no longer your people to save.
And again, yeah, like the Hell Priests used to be Sentinel warriors, and it's against their laws to kill each other, but it's not against their laws to betray the Order to serve Hell. But I guess Hell is just a different faction of the way things are in this universe, and it's okay to betray your Order in that way. And I'm like, that seems very asinine in ways of thinking. But again, that lore, that implication that, like, oh, it's their turn to give penance now, like, they have to suffer, because that's just what has to happen here. I always found that very interesting, and I'm like, man, I wish we could delve deeper into some of that lore. Oh. Cut him in half because I need more ammo. He's on fire and he's burning. I think if you kill a target with it, you get bonus damage. I'm not too sure which way we have to be going. Oh, there we go. This way. It looks like we're going back to the gate. Activate the transdimensional portal. Oh, that's the end of the level, basically? I didn't realize it. Maybe the combat encounters are supposed to take longer as you're having less better weapons to fight with. Oh, no, we went straight to hell. Where are we now? Obtain the celestial power core, locate the betrayer. So we have the locator, we need the power core for it. Looks like we went to hell all of a sudden. I really like the character models for all the characters here. Woo. Let's get back all of our ammo. This is looking good. We're in hell looking for the betrayer. And again, it doesn't really tell you who the betrayer is or what they're in hell for. You kind of have to find that lore information yourself. Okay, we can't get through that wall without activating this, like, Iron Man gauntlet in order to break it open. Woo! Weird tentacle monsters are down here. I can't jump. Don't think you can chainsaw them. That might have been like an upgrade module at some point before we actually cleared out the game. Don't fall, because we don't want to get stuck down there.
There is a sentinel power core nearby. You can use it to activate the mech and clear a path forward.
There we go. Power core, let's pick that up. Shove it in here to turn on the giant hand laser. Or the arc, it's basically just an arc reactor. I think in the next game we'll finally get to pilot one of these giant mech units to fight giant tyrant, like Titan demons or whatever. I'm hoping for less of an arcadey style in the next game and more of like a gritty, like, uber serious art style. But I know that based off how well this game did, that probably is hoping for too much. I kind of like Doom 2016's art style and kind of motif a little bit more than this game's. I don't think that's blasphemous to say that. Both games are very good, so I don't think that's a hot take. Activating the runes in order. The pentagram is slowly building. Gates of Hell are slowly opening. Revenant weak points destroy its shoulder, cancel disable its rockets. Ooh! Cut him in half with a chainsaw. Ah. Oh. The chainsaw or the shotgun in the next game. So the evolution of the super shotgun too is a little bit different because in the first game, super shotgun didn't have a meat hook and it was just a classic double-barreled shotgun. In this game, it gains the meat hook and its like hook has the ability to like pull yourself to something and light them on fire. In the next game, it looks like the super shotgun has like a rotating barrel on it now. And that's a cool evolution. Like the chain gun too is like a friggin', it's like a skull meat grinder thing, and I'm like, holy hell, that looks so metal. Grenade. The combat encounters are probably a little bit more intense and a lot more hectic when we don't have all of our weapons and armor upgrades already. We're not nearly as tough, not nearly as fast, our dashes don't recharge as much. We do have to use more of the environment to our advantage, but when we have everything unlocked already like we do, and we're not starting a new game from scratch, this is a much easier combat encounter. But I'm okay with that. Again, we're here for fun. Looks like we're just trying to get over that way. I think that gargoyle unit, I think I saw that in the gameplay trailer. I think that gargoyle unit is still there, but the spider mastermind thing is like, I think it's gone. Or I think it's been converted more into like a mount or something, and not less of an actual fighting unit. And again, I'm glad for the upgrade and the scenery change. I'm just hoping for some more lore and some more gameplay elements to be added with it. I don't want like a distinct lack of story just because like that's just what Doom is about. I want more story. I want more context to what we're doing and less of me having to piece it together. It's not Dark Souls. It should be relatively generous with what it's trying to tell, or the story it's trying to tell. We already had the story of like the silent badass taking down the forces of hell, because we had that in the first two games. Now the third game can be something about talking about his past and talking about where he's come from and what he's more of what he's about. Alright, so we're looking to put this power cable or this power core into the tip of the spear to activate the spear's laser mechanism to blow a hole in a giant Titan demon in front of us. Pretty metal. Ew. I'm also kind of curious in as far as how the lore works with the demons having advanced what is it called? Advanced cybernetics in their armor still. Like we're using like flails and maces and stuff like that, but we also have high-tech weapons. I know that's all that's what like Hell's been about with the high-tech weapons and stuff like that. But well, I guess we'll get to that. But in the lore of Doom, in the Doom universe, Hell is actually a very technologically advanced location. It's actually known for having really advanced tech to start with. Oh, crap. And the Dark Lore, there is some really interesting lore behind the Dark Lore. It's kind of hard to go from Doom Eternal, this game, when you kind of know how it ends. Prequel series are always games that I am kind of hard to get sold on. But I'll try my best to look at it with like an open mind. Can't climb up. Oh, there we go. I guess the door just needed. I guess we needed to kill all the units first. No super dashing allowed in the purple gunk. I wonder if the Doomslayer had any like contemporaries or like anybody in his order that was comparable to him. Like he's the best, but there were other people who were like almost as good as him. Maybe we'll get to find some of his like teammates like that, because he did have people in the order that he might have been close to. Maybe it'll start off like maybe the Doom the Dark Ages will take place like right before. I mean, I don't know, because I know he's like the Doom Marine from the original Doom games. I wonder how he gets here. I wonder if we'll play like a couple levels of him like being in the original timeline before he got sucked into this crap. Alright, we're putting another power core into the giant gun for it to blast a hole in the wall. We basically blasted another hole in another Titan demon. Another puzzle mechanic. Don't stand on the platforms for too long is basically what that is telling us. So we can go down. There we go. Hell is definitely a pretty place to be in. There's just like a mausoleum here, and then there's just some random floating artifact up ahead. Okay, so how... That's if we go on armor.
The betrayer's life signal is nearby.
The Betrayer has something to do with the lore of the Doom games as well, where he is like the original, like almost like original sinner, who like wanted to save the soul of his son, and made a deal with some sort of demonic entity to try to save him.
Sensors and artillery everywhere.
And again, that's not really explained. You have to find lore entries for stuff like that. And he gives like a really poignant piece of info here in a second.
I told you all to leave me here. I am where I belong. Saving your people will not bring you peace. Only make the burden you carry worse.
And if we were wearing our original Praetor suit armor set, we would obviously, he's wearing a very similar suit to ours.
And now you seek to defy the Calm Maker herself. It is your people's time now to give penance, just as it was mine.
Like, nope, he refuses.
Hear me, Slayer. When his heart is laid to rest, then his soul will be at peace. And so will mine.
He gave us something that is really poignant for later on in the series, or in the story. And he's trying to get, like, foreshadowing or alluding to him, for him asking us for his help. He gives us the Celestial Locator Beacon and the power core for it, and all he asks us in return is that we do something for him when the time is right. Again, in hindsight, I know what that means, but as far as the player is concerned, they don't really know what he's talking about. The Doomslayer, for whatever reason, kind of understands what he's talking about. And that always frustrated me when I was playing this originally, because again, I like story, I like world building for my characters. And I know the Slayer is not someone you're supposed to be able to relate to, he's just kind of like a blank slate. And again, while that was cool for the early 90s and the early 2000s, like in this day and age, we want to know a little bit more about our characters. We want to be able to associate with them, and I know that's not what Doom is about, obviously.
The extraction point has been identified. I will mark its location on your
But
HUD.
I can't help but wanting to just, like, to learn more about him. I want to be more invested, because I really like the series, for sure. It's a lot of fun. Playing through this for the first time, this was amazing. And I was, like, fully engrossed, and every set piece and all those different scenery made me want to learn more and more about this game. And the fact that they just would not share or share easily with what was happening made me always frustrated me about it. This is like triple or quad damage or something. Look how messed up this Hell Knight is. And he's still fighting like it's no big deal. I really like the destructibility for the characters, and I love like this beat system. It's just a shame that we kill them so quickly that we don't really get a chance to appreciate what they look like until we get up close like this and execute them. I'm wondering if they're gonna have what's gonna be the equivalent of the BFG in Doom: The Dark Ages 2, because the BFG is like the super weapon of this game, and I guess the Unmaker could be a thing. But I'm like, holy hell, I am so curious on what their analogous for weapons will be in that game. This super shotgun's still there. We don't have like a flamethrower or a grenade launcher like we do in this game. We're gonna use this against something. Boom. Lightsaber. I'm kind of hoping that, I don't know why, but I feel like the Slayer should have some sort of super mode we can activate in Doom: The Dark Ages. I feel like he should have his best stuff in Doom: The Dark Ages, and as time went on, he was slowly nerfed because he was just deemed way too powerful and way too dangerous. That'd be hilarious. Of like, oh, his best weapon of all time was always in like the earlier years, and then when they finally sealed him away, they're like, we gotta destroy all these weapons. They're far too dangerous. Return to campaign. Is it save and exit or return to campaign? I think it's return to campaign. Oh no. Accept? Forces of Doom. Okay, yeah, we're going back here. It might give us a little bit of a little update as far as what we just did. Original Praetor suit unlocked. Arc resistance update? No, we want to do another mission. So Cultist base. This is where we have to go here now. Acquire 1 Sentinel Crystal. Ignite 4 demons with a single blast of the Flame Belch. Restore an Arachnotron turret. We already did all that. So this is right afterwards. So with the Celestial Locator now in your possession, you are able to pinpoint the locations of the remaining Hell Priests. Dag Ranak, leader of the UAC division responsible for Earth's invasion, has been located to the remote Cultist Arctic base. Infiltrate the encampment and neutralize Ranak. And again, I don't know how all this stuff is already here. The UAC is apparently working with the Hell's armies to help them subjugate the planet. That's a compelling thing that the Earth's governments would work and help the demons take over the planet, but then other parts of the government aren't. And again, it doesn't explicitly explore that info. I kind of wish they did. But again, that's not what Doom is about. I get it. I do get it, guys. But come on, man. Don't you guys want to know more? I want to know more. And not necessarily like in text updates or stuff like that. I want to know more like... I want to know more like in explicit detail. I think there was like something hidden underneath us here somewhere. I think we have most of the secrets in this game. We're not looking for secrets, right? We're just here to play for fun. There's a giant like starship right there, and I don't even know what that's for. Oh! Oh wow. And like I was like, man, doesn't that make you be like, holy hell, look at that thing? Because we see like a normal sized bridge. Oh crap. We see like a normal sized bridge out in the distance, something like the Golden Gate Bridge. Could be a pipeline of some sort. And then we see like this giant like hell starship. It kind of almost alludes to the fact that the Hell's armies and demons aren't exactly like demons in traditional sense. They're more like aliens, kind of. I don't know how that they are, but I mean, once we get to the ancient gods, we'll find out exactly what the Hell's armies are composed of and what they're meant to be. I like the directional combat, too, that we can do with some of the units here. That if you jump towards an enemy and do an execution, the execution animation changes depending on your directional of an attack.
I cannot pinpoint his exact location at this time.
Oh, the Hell Priest is here. Yeah, we'll fight him. Woo! Okay. I wasn't expecting that. Cultist key required. Open the gate. They have like these death traps you can initiate if you really wanted to. Looks like the cultist key is up there, but we can't get to it. I actually forgot how we get through here. Nothing up there. Or was it this way? Oh, it might have been this way. Their keys are just pushing skulls. Cool.
Welcome, Slayer. Is my time at an end? Let's see if you're strong enough to survive this cursed season.
The Slayer has arrived. All mortally challenged personnel, please be advised.
Oh, mortally challenged individuals. I never liked the Mankiss design in this game. I know it's a callback to the original one from the original Doom games, but I really like the one they had in the original Doom, or Doom 2016. This was some sort of Sentinel upgrade here. Just chop the legs underneath them and just kick them away. Was there something? Yeah, I was gonna say, did we get down here below? Down this way? Climbing up and over. Extra life required. I never understood why some of the demons fight each other, too. That's just always been a thing, that the demons like to infight a lot, and it never really explained why they do. Why certain demons are on the side of, like, hell, and other demons are on the side of, like, the humans. I'm wondering if, like, the zombie soldiers and stuff like that are, like, the UAC's attempts to, like, mechanize their units in order to have a better fighting chance against the demons? Or if, like, the infighting is just a cool thing that's always been persistent from, like, the previous games. Okay, we need to go around, so we're gonna jump down here. We're gonna do this on the way up. We come down. so I kind of have to start switching between all my weapons versus just using the one. We go up and over, and then we come down. Push the skull in. We got the whiplashes now. I like the sushi cut roll. Doom, 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 and it just kills him immediately. It's amazing. The executions in this game are really good. Again, I wish the game was a little slower so that I could appreciate the character designs and the variety way more. I don't know if they're going to do the thing in this game where they have, like, the, certain enemies can only be defeated by certain damage types like they did in this game. It kind of reminds me a little bit of Destiny, where, like, if you match the elemental shields, they do, like, an explosion, but they want us to disable the Arcane, disable its flamethrowers. Oh, it's a little sweeper bot.
The beast draws near to me, my brothers and sisters, but he is weak. Your hate must match his will. Only then will you be truly saved.
Oh, and the door is finally opening for us to get in. Finally getting access to the cult space. There's There's a 1-up up there.
Your salvation lies in his destruction. The myth of the Slayer's strength is exposed now to us. Can you see it, brothers? He has lost the resolve to continue. Eat his soul. I must survive this. Protect me in my time of need, and you will secure your place in the new world.
The cultists won't fight you if you just leave them alone, so I'm not going to actually fight them. We're just going to leave them there. They're just zombies. Who cares? So they're trying...
Your super shotgun is nearby. A relic from your past. The priests have kept it hidden from you in this remote location.
Man, I can't believe up to this point we haven't had the super shotgun. And again, the super shotgun was like a relic that we wouldn't initially have had. I wish we didn't have to recover it, because we already technically have it. Oh!
Attention, all mortally challenged personnel. The Slayer is inside the facility. Please proceed with aggression.
That's such crazy, gnarly damage we can do to people. And they expected that to take us down. Like, that was a little death trap. I think this is just like a high damage shot. Yeah. High damage shot into delayed explosion. Even if they somehow killed us, we got 24 extra lives in our back pocket waiting to be used. Puzzle solving! There we go. Lots of cool set pieces for sure. Interesting. Up to the next section. Oh, I think this was just a secret that I already unlocked. Have to take me back down. Don't really need to explore, because again, we have everything. Ooh. Alright, stand here, and it's taking us down further. And here we do, like, the whole bot challenge thing, where, like, we play as the Revenant. Have it go retrieve the super shotgun for us. We're coming out of it, and there's us. I really like that armor suit for him as well.
Successful. You are now in control of the Revenant drone. You may use it to reclaim your property.
Use it to reclaim my property. Jump, jetpacks, afterburners, twin rockets. The battle mode stuff was always really fun. I really liked it when I was playing it at the time. I think we stopped playing it because I don't know. I like the snap map mode way better in Doom 2016, where you could create your own multiplayer maps. I guess the 2016 version came with like multiplayer that wasn't necessarily meant for. I guess people didn't really like the multiplayer stuff. They really liked the battle mode more. I kind of like. I mean, Doom was known more for its multiplayer as much as like the campaign stuff. I'm actually genuinely surprised that multiplayer didn't take off more. But I guess the multiplayer was made by a different company, and it didn't really gel with the Doom playstyle. Maybe for the next game they'll try to lean more closer to the original stuff. Not like an e-sport, but more of like an arcade shooter. I mean, we'll see. I don't know. I like the snap map stuff way more in the first game than I did in this game. I played way more in snap map, being able to create levels. I thought about using that as like a thesis for game design when I was at school still, because I went to school for game art and design. That snap map stuff was very interesting from a game design standpoint. Thank you. Do we kill the Revenant, or do we just let him go? Do I have a choice? I'll leave you here. Let them kill you. I don't feel like it. You're not worth my super shotgun. Alright. The Whiplash is a really cool enemy type that moves so fast, so low to the ground that you don't necessarily see them initially. He's like so beat up that like I just want to examine the character model. I wish we had a way to like examine their destruction levels inside like when you unlock their models inside the Fortress of Doom, that you can like give them like different types of damage in order to see what kind of character model they look like up close. Now we're going
Attention,
down.
all cultist base personnel. Please destroy the Slayer. The priest must survive. I repeat, the priest must survive.
This is some sort of meat processing plant. They really want to take down the Slayer because they're trying to continue the destruction. Okay, so here's where we start learning a little bit more lore. This is going to come up. This is going to bring us bring up a point that I want to explore in the next game to see if they actually do something with it. All right, so we need to get into there. How do we get up there, though? Here we go. One of these gates is open. Because this level is going to introduce a new enemy type for us, and they make a big deal of making it like a boss type enemy. But oh crap! But the thing about that enemy type that I always found interesting is that it's augmented with so much machinery that it's barely anything by the time it actually comes off the assembly line. And I've always wondered like what this thing used to look like prior to us fighting it the way that it is now. And in Doom the Dark Ages, maybe we'll actually get a chance to actually see what they actually were supposed to be like. And the Marauders, I wonder if Marauders will keep showing up too. Those are like an enemy type that are in this game that were introduced to kind of like... they were like a way to control the battlefield a little bit more, and they were the kind of enemy that like forced you to stop what you were doing and focus on him because the Marauders were so dangerous at the time. Sort of weird meat processing plant thing. I think I'm waiting for this to rise up. This to come down. This rises up. Full armor. It's like grinding meat to this plant for some reason. I never understood this why. Hell growth. Okay, we stand on this. Raises this up. Look at the weird, the weird musculature and the skeletal structure of this thing. It's crazy. It's just like a giant bone ball. More UAC zombies. Whoa. Crap. I fell off, although it looks like there's something down here. I don't know what this is. Oh, it's the weird, like, Easter egg toothy thing. Like the fish. How do I get back, though? Oh, well, just jump off. Interesting. Oh, okay. I think it wants us to raise the platform and then quickly punch that. That's like a focusing tower of some sort. There we go. Focusing tower. Puzzle solving! We get it, we got it. We're not dumb.
Are you growing tired, Slayer? We will break your will yet.
These guys also remind me of the new Killing Floor enemies, like the new Zeds that you'll find in there too. They look a lot like Doom enemies as well. It's crazy. Okay, so we need to go this way. Interesting. Oh, we have the Cultist key for this. There we go. Now the gates are opening. Oh! Look at this thing. It's like a giant demon that we've never seen before. It's a giant marauder. Or not, what is it called? Like a Doom Slayer? No, it's not a Doom Slayer. It's a Doom Hunter. And I'm like, why haven't we had a chance to see these things in like the full flesh? Oh, and this is a... Ow, Punch a Slayer game? How do we get up there? I forget. Is it this? Oh no, we go around. There's a question of quality too that'll come with the next game as well, because the music is not done by the same person in the next game, because they had some sort of weird falling out. So I wonder if the next game is going to be tarnished by that. Punch this thing forward and have it fall down and break open the gates. I wonder if we get a chance to fight something like this in the next game, because I never understood the way the demons augment their warriors. Because this thing has a metal spine. I'm assuming it's metal, but the majority of it is like missing, right? And like its whole face has been transplanted with a giant like metal implant. I wonder if that's just like for control or whatever. When you augment so much of the demon with all this technology, it makes me wonder like how much of the demon is even really necessary.
This match is not won yet. Come find me, Slayer. I will be waiting.
Alright, so he wants us to stand here, take the train to the Terror Dome. Eliminate Dag Ronak. And I think the mission gets cut in half here. I don't think it's all one mission. Or is it one mission? If it's one mission, then I might just pause it here. I wasn't expecting to play. I wanted to do 2 levels because I thought I can get them through them relatively quickly. Doom Eternal Master. You now have all the tools you need to succeed in Doom Eternal. Glory Kills, Flame Belt, Chainsaw, Blood Punch, Ice Bomb, and Frag. Upgrade and combine your tools to deal massive damage and recover critical resources during combat. Okay, I mean, we kind of already knew that. So.
stopped moving. I will lock in signal now.
And I think this might progress to a completely new level. Or is it all one level? There we go. It's a different level now. Cultist space is over and done with. Alright, I just wanted to make sure that it was really done. I was like, man, this level's going on really long. Because there's like the cultist space and then there's the actual inner temple. And the inner temple's a whole new different type of mission. Anyways, guys, that's going to be the end of this episode. I know it's been a while since we've had something new on the channel other than Destiny and Helldivers and Gears of War. Doom Eternal is one of those games that I do look back on it fondly, and then when I was initially playing it for that very first opening level, I wasn't too sure if I was really wanting to do this all over again, but you know what? Might as well. It's content for the channel, and we need content right now because we're kind of in a dry season with games. There are a lot of games that are coming in on the channel. If you guys haven't tuned in on the newest episode of Destiny for the Echoes episode, Act 2, Week 1, kind of let you guys know in that game, or in that episode, that there are other games on the horizon that I want to explore. We touched on it very briefly in this episode, but I kind of want to look into Killing Floor when that eventually comes out. Space Marines, if and when that eventually happens, we're definitely going to be playing that. That'll be coming in September, I believe. And I think we said we wanted to do Helldivers, but only when there was another major expansion. Jumping into that game right now is a little bit of a slog, and I kind of don't want to play it if there's something really new going on with it. I'd rather just wait for the new enemy race or, you know, something worth actually showing content for the channel for. Not only that, but oh god, what did I say? Master Duel. I am playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel tentatively right now. If you guys don't know this, I'm a huge Yu-Gi-Oh! Fan. I love collecting the cards. I'm trying to build my deck in Master Duel with the same cards that I actually have IRL, which, if you guys don't know, I'm a huge OG Yu-Gi-Oh! Fan, so my deck is obviously mostly the Dark Magician, Shining Sarcophagus, a little bit of Slifer and Exultia support in that. It's basically Yugi's deck just all rolled into one, and I'm trying to build my deck in that game so I can take it and play against other players to see if that deck is worthwhile. I think it's semi-competitive. It's a lot of fun to play with when you get it rolling, but that'll be something we can play down the road when we actually get to it. There's other games that we'll keep an eye out. Some of my friends are telling me to, you know, keep an eye out for this game and that game, and I don't know too much about them quite yet, but when those games get closer, we'll give a shout out to them. Gears of War obviously is still going on too, so maybe if you're down for Gears of War when this goes out, I think we're probably starting on Gears of War Judgment, or we're about to finish up Gears of War 3. Gears of War 3, great game. Loved playing that game. Gears of War Judgment, I sped through that thing as fast as I can. Those videos are going to be coming out back to back to back. I was barely interested in that game. And then after Gears of War Judgment, we're going to go into Gears 4 and 5. Kind of like the better parts of the series. Anyways, guys, if you guys have enjoyed the video up to this point, be sure to leave a like down below. Blah blah blah. This is one of those things that happens whenever you play Doom as well. I remember playing this for the first time and being like exhausted, having fun, but being exhausted from all the violence. And I'm just like, man, I need to see the sun for a little bit. This is like melting my brain, and I feel it right now. Be sure to subscribe if you want to see more Doom Eternal, a full playthrough for this series leading up to Doom the Dark Ages, and then when that game comes out, we'll be sure to do that game as well. And yeah, we will see you guys all in the next one.